Hi guys, hi guys. Just checking in. How are you guys? Are you here? Just checking, making sure we're live here. If you guys can hear me. Hi guys, hi guys. All right, I think we all set. I always have to check because there's nothing worse than starting live and you guys cannot hear me. That is like the worst. That's like the deadly sin. So, how are you guys? Welcome back to Live Streams with Nico, Tuesdays with Nico. To give this girl a mic. Before we dive in, let's do a little housekeeping. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's grow this community, y'all. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Right now, I am at 1,160 subscribers, so we're almost there. Show your girl some love. If you want to support the page, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to send your girl a little cash app to help me, grow the channel, please feel free to hit me on my cash app there. That's my cash app. For business inquiries, please send me an email here. If you want to collab, if you want to join my page, if you want to do some work together, please feel free to do that. And do not forget to follow me on all Give This Girl a Mic page. I am on TikTok. I am on Threads. I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere you can find me. I will be there. So I hope to see you guys there as well. And to my MVPs, my most valuable people, you are the heart and the soul of my community. Remember, we are in this together, and to always stay true and rooted in your morals, your values, and your principles, because you are the real MVPs. Now let's get this party started. And also, I want you guys to drop your tags below as well, because I need to know what pages to subscribe back to, because I'm really trying to build a nice community here. Let's get this party started. Hi. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. I hope you guys had a beautiful Valentine. So what's up, my MVPs? Welcome back to Give This Girl a Mic, where we keep it real, relatable, and reliable, because all my sources will be credited. It's episode 10 of Tuesdays with Nico, and we have a jam-packed show for y'all today. So enjoy yourselves. Sit back, relax, and as my girl Wendy say, sit back, relax, and come on back, and we're gonna have a good chat. Let's get started. So, first of all, happy late Valentine's Day. You see the earrings? You see the earrings? Let me go back to the other screen so you get into the details. The details. Okay. These little kisses. I got my little heart ring on. Oh yeah, I ain't paint my nails pink. I'm into like the natural nails lately because the acrylic be doing your girl bad. So I just have decided to just try to grow my all natural out. But you might see me with a little dip and dazzle from time to time. But yeah, I got my little, lippy that I wear. I wear this to work every Valentine, so I figured I honor you with, you know, the details. So yeah, so I'm an Aries, so we like to do the most. So yes, I got the heart earrings, got the little pink on, pink for y'all. Let me reapply. Got the Fenty. Oh yes, we brought it for y'all today. So my Valentine's Day was really, really good. I hope you guys felt a lot of love. If nobody else told you today, I love you. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate every single person that has subscribed to my channel, that has shown love to me, that has liked, subscribed, and just continue to come back each and every week that we do this weekly live. I put my heart and soul into this, so I hope you guys are enjoying my page. I know y'all are, because y'all be on my shorts especially, but we're trying to bring you guys the eyeballs to the lives as well, because I really enjoy doing them, and I hope you enjoy doing them with me. So I got a little clip for y'all and how my Valentine's Day went. I hope you guys' Valentine's Day went.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
I love that. Isn't that so beautiful, guys? So that's the bouquet you see behind me and the little teddy bear. Obviously, it's been a few days, so The bouquet has wilted just a little bit, but still beautiful nonetheless. So my husband got me cupcakes, got the baby a little teddy bear, Forever Rose teddy bear, and I thought that was just the cutest little thing. So that's how my Valentine's Day went, and I hope you guys' went as well. Good as well. All right, first things first. Let's set the scene. The Eagles took it. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, two black QBs, both making history, baby. Oh yeah. I'll show you guys this later, but I have my love cup as well. Girl, I came prepared today. I came for the love. I'm here for the love. Not the baby oil kind of love. But so first let's set the scene. The Eagles took it. Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, two black QBs making history. Taylor Swift got some booze. Y'all mad she's dating Kelsey or not? I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure if it was Kelsey saying, I respect that the president is coming. Donald Trump, speaking of, he was also there in the crowd. I'm not sure if he was cheered or booed. I see images of both. Like, I see some tape saying he was booed. I see some tape saying that he was cheered. So I'm still not sure, but it was loud nonetheless, and everybody seemed like they had a good time. And the champs took it, the Philadelphia Eagles, of course. And Jalen Hurts looked so handsome. It seemed like everybody was just watching for him because nobody really was watching the show because all eyes were on the man of the hour, K. Dot himself. K. Dot, K. Dot. Not sure what happened there. Just give me a second. Technical difficulties. That's how it is on your first live back always. It's always something. Let me go back here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Seems like not sure what's going on there, guys. That never happened to me before, but let's get back to business. Make sure I'm still on my live. Is my live still going strong? Yes, it is. Y'all know I'll edit all that out later. So it's all good. We still gonna keep the show on the road. So Mr. K. Dot himself, Mr. K. Dot himself, Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl performance. First, I want to say that smile. That was all. That's all I gotta say. Say Drake. I hear him. Yike him. He killed it. Y'all can't say that he did not do his thing. I'm just making sure it's still that you guys can still hear me. Oh yeah, you can hear me. Okay, good. Ridiculous. All right, so this smile says it all. Say Drake, you know what I mean? So Kendrick showed out at the Super Bowl, hands down one of the blackest halftime performances in history. The narrative has been Black Americans have no culture, and Kendrick said, "We are the culture." That's how I personally felt. I feel like he kept saying, "Stop playing in our face. We have a culture. We are here, and I'm going to show you who we are and what we are." And it was just beautiful. And that "let's say hey Drake," like when he talked about that, when he did that, I feel like he said Drake with the hard DR. Ooh, to me, it almost felt like a curse word, y'all. Say Drake. That was just beautiful. I thought Kendrick killed it. I do want to talk a little bit about the symbolism of it all because I know you guys were really up in arms about that in the TikTok world, at least. So Kendrick, his performance was symbolic. The imagery was chef's kiss. The moment he had a black man forming the American flag was so powerful to me. It was a statement, a reminder that we built this country. Also, the way he was so gentle with the women on stage and how he treated SZA, I thought that was really beautiful. I just love this era for women. He dealt with us so delicately. This was one of my favorite scenes when, the Luther thing. And Oh, I thought that was so, and she's a Jersey girl like me, so we do the most. We do the most. But who doesn't love a Jersey girl? I always tell y'all that. Who doesn't love a Jersey girl? And she really Jersey girl. I loved it. And out, real slow. I loved it. It was so beautiful. And then when she hit that striker pose, it was just very Jersey. I loved her. And also, of course, now I have to give you guys my honest review. I like the show. But to me, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, it was all right. But once I heard, like, people and how they broke it down, I was like, okay. So it was not my favorite Kendrick set, but he hit Not Like Us with Mustard. So I love that mustard. And that was a 10 out of 10 moment. I already knew that was going to pop. But for me personally, I wish he did more of his older catalog, like Poetic Justice, Love, Swimming Pools, King Kunta. Oh, maybe not King Kunta, maybe that wouldn't have flown. But Money Trees, Um, what am I thinking? I am a sinner that's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Oh, Lord, forgive me. I wanted that. Things I don't understand. Things don't kill my vibe. Remember that one? I love that. So, and I saw a choir on YouTube. You guys can go type this in, and maybe the algorithm will send it to you after this video. But it was like a choir that did his songs. That's what I was expecting. I'm being very honest with you. That's what I was expecting. So I was kind of shocked with the way he went. You know, much respect to him. Much respect to Kendrick, but I just didn't see him going that way. I was actually surprised. Hold on, guys. If you guys were here last week, I'm just getting over a cold that I've had for so long. So the kindergartners at my daughter's school, they are, yeah, they're bringing home the germs, y'all. So your girl been pushing through. So just to be here today and to put myself together, it was not easy. It was a task, but I did it. We here. We ain't gonna complain. Lastly, but not least, Mr. Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam. Just another chef's kiss. That was just such a thing that was such attention to detail. And everybody talks about this part, but when he had like the gangsters or his best friends sitting there dancing for peekaboo, and then at the end of the thing, he said, "Oh, you got all these jigaboos." Essentially, he's like, "One life deducted." It's so true because every time they see us in the crowd and they see us enjoying ourselves and they see us like not in a fearful manner, one life deducted. Next up, I did one, and this is like off the cuff. This is more like a Nico thing. Like, this is something I like to do personally. I love history. I actually have a degree in political science and sociology, but prior to that, I was majoring in philosophy. So this type of stuff is in my bag and in my wheelhouse, and I want to add more of it to my content. And so while looking into New Orleans Super Bowl, it seemed like it was really important. And my mom keeps saying they're trying to take New Orleans. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, you'll understand when you're older. She said that a lot, my mother. She one of them people. So that led me down the pipeline of what is the significance of New Orleans while looking into the Super Bowl, because it seems to have such importance of power. I kept thinking, why is New Orleans such a big deal? Remember the first day of the year, New Orleans was affected by a terrorist attack. So I began to learn more about New Orleans, and I found about the identity and the culture of the Creole people. And so, since we're talking about identity and culture in relation to Kendrick Lamar, I figure it was good to just add this little piece in before we get into other pop culture of it all. So, New Orleans and the Creole legacy. A lot of folks don't understand that Creole history and its significance isn't just about race, it's about culture. The Creole people come from a different blend of French, Spanish, African, and Native heritage. Back in the day, you could buy your way out of slavery in New Orleans. Did you guys know that? That changed when the Spanish took over, and suddenly Creoles were lumped into the American racial structure. This especially expounded during Jim Crow, so it made it even worse. They couldn't identify with the culture that made them so special because they weren't like the rest of the USA. So in Creole culture, race debates don't hold the same weight. It's about traditions, language, and legacy. It's really a microcosm of what of the America people could be if we let go of the racial structure. A lot of people don't buy it when Creoles claim their unique identity. They say, nah, you just black. But Creole is a culture in and of itself. The whole multiracial identities, they do not exist in Creole culture. Mindset is something that we have to unpack. Let's get into something. Do y'all think identity should be about race, culture, or both? If we let go of this, it would make America such a beautiful place, the true melting pot that we describe ourselves as. But because they hold so tight onto the black part of American culture, it hasn't allowed us to develop our own culture to be Creole eccentric, essentially, because white culture holds such impact in American culture. And so New Orleans signifies that. And so my hope is that one day we can get to a place where if we don't go back in the climate that we're in, it seems like we're going back. But my hope is that what Kendrick symbolized, what Creole identity symbolizes, that we can move forward in a culture that doesn't hold so much weight on the ideologies of race in American culture. It's a dream, but I think the New Orleans people have a beautiful dreams. And I feel like if they dismantle that culture, that will signify how powerful white America truly is. But I think as long as the Creoles and the New Orleans people maintain their culture, it kind of gives us something to model, something to look for in what America could possibly be. And that's why you see a lot of politicians target New Orleans so much. And that's the significance of it. So I just thought that was like an interesting tidbit. I love that kind of stuff. If you want more of just pop history, maybe I'll just throw that in there from time to time, or a book review or something like that. But I want to give you guys more meat and potatoes than just pop culture. And I do my political page, but that's just so rooted in politics and policy and things that are going on in the news outlets that I can't kind of give you this richness that I could in relation to pop culture. So everything stems from Black America essentially. But I just love Creole culture. I just love how it developed itself. I love that they are even the whitest of the white person was like, I'm not white, I'm Creole. The darkest of the dark, but I'm not black, I'm Creole, because they're their own thing. And I wish we were like that in America. I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm American. One day. Let's moving right on. Let's go to Jay-Z. He was at the Super Bowl with his family. You see their Blue Ivy and you see their Miss Rumi. Jay-Z was outside, baby. He must have knew this Busby case was coming down. Dismissal was on the way. Blue Ivy is looking more and more like Beyonce. I honestly thought that was Beyonce. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, oh, that's not Beyonce. No, that's Blue, baby. That's Blue. And so she's looking more like her mom every day. And let's be real, Rumi, look at her. Look at all that sass. Rumi is the moment. That little girl already has a lot of star power. So I don't know what they're gonna do with her. And here is Jay-Z. As I mentioned, his legal case was dismissed without a settlement. He wanted to make that very clear. And it was without prejudice, which means they can't retry the case. So he won. He won this round. Do I think he's won the fight? Do I think he's won the war? I'll say. That's yet to be seen because Busby is not the type to give up without a fight. I just don't see it. I don't see him giving up the fight. I just think he's going to keep going. I think he just kind of I think what happened was, from what I understand, I'm trying to get this together, y'all. Cute. Okay, so from what I understand, Busby was told to show proof that he can he can file in New York City. but he doesn't have his license in New York, his certification or license in New York. So that's why I think he pulled back on the case before they were able to sue him. Well, too late. Jay-Z's already suing him for $400 million, rightfully so, if this was all nonsense and false. But if there's any truth to it, it will, I say it like this: everything in the dark will come to light. That's the bottom line. So, do y'all think Busby has more up his sleeves? Do y'all think this is another win for Hove? Y'all think the Carters are gearing up for something big this year? Let me know. This is also a great segue into a movie that I watched. It's called Blink Twice, and it's just an important movie. So this is Blink Twice. A lot of people feel like this movie was, it really was a time. It was a time in my life watching this. It was so many twists and turns. Okay. So Blink Twice, this movie had my head spinning, was mind bending. And honestly, the way they built the lead character, Frida, I feel like she might have been a composite character of Oprah and Beyonce. Every powerful woman in media, she could have been everybody. Like, she was one of those composite characters that they put together. They do that a lot in Netflix, where they want a person of color, a person who's queer, and a person who might be non-binary all in one character, just so they can satisfy the diversity clause. And so they'll do that. I feel like Frida's in that same bag, where some people are arguing on TikTok that she's Beyonce. Some people are arguing that she's Oprah. I think she's a composite character of all the women that Zoe Kravitz. If you guys didn't know, Zoe Kravitz directed and produced this movie, along with her now ex-fiance Channing Tatum was also a star in the movie. And this young lady, her name, I forget her name, Naomi Aki, I believe, she was also starred in the Whitney Houston movie, and she did a great job. She made me forget that I was looking at her and not Whitney, and she looks nothing like Whitney. So that just shows you how great of an actress she is. So I really enjoy her. If you've seen the movie, let me know. I don't want to do too many spoilers, but I will show you one clip. It was my favorite clip of the film. In the next scene, it's the moment we know that she knows that we know that she knows. Essentially, it's her Mona Lisa moment. Let me show you the Mona Lisa smile. My favorite part of the movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Frida King.
More champagne, Mrs. King? Eat your steak, honey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Frida King.
1, 2, get down. Baby.
More champagne, Mrs. King?
So what y'all think? Is that Oprah or Beyonce? I think we can all agree that she's a composite character that reflects all of the above. I really think so, cause she showed out in this role. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had to. Oh, I told y'all I still got a little cold going on, so I had to just quickly clear my sinuses. So, Love and Marriage Hip Hop. Did y'all hear that? I know that's right. Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. So this week was finally a wrap Carlos, Mel, the girls and everybody, baby, Mel gone. It's a wrap for me. So I don't really give a damn. But I feel like it was very telling that Carlos King has not made any statements and acts as if Mel does not exist. I wonder if he'll be, one of those producers that blackballs their talents. Um, because I feel like the same way Andy did Nene and Mariah to Medicine, I guess it's truer than ever. Never outshine the master. Mel, he probably feels got bigger than the show. And I think we all could see that Mel got bigger than the show. It was just not the place she needed to be anymore. She had outgrown the situation. I'm happy that she left the situation. I feel like it served her better. But it's ultimately just sad to see that she had to leave because the environment for her got so toxic that she could no longer maintain friendliness, professionalism around them. They were after the girl. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And she wore that crown, baby. Look at her. Look at her, honey. She wore that crown. So they had to take our girl out. And I think part of it is, yes, they took her out, but I also think part of it is like she just outgrew it. And I also think Stormy coming in and taking some of her thunder of being like the entrepreneur boss babe, because that's kind of, she was ahead of the game when it comes to the rest of the crowd. I think one thing that I also learned about life, there's nobody that can be you, but they'll always find your replacement. So don't ever work yourself to death for a job, because if you 6 feet under, they're gonna find your replacement in 2 weeks. And I'm happy that Mel decided to walk away before it got to the point where they totally took her out. And you can see that there was no more light in her eyes for the show. You can see that she wasn't in it. As far as all these people, the only person that ever had her back was Marceau. Not Martell, not Maurice, not Tisha. It was Marceau. Everybody else kind of had this jealousy about them. Kimmy seemed like one of those people, and we all met Kimmys who you think is just a ride or die friend, but they really can't be because they're so connected to the person who doesn't like you, or the person who might have started the rumor about you. So that's kind of where Kimmy was. She was like the monkey in the middle, essentially. And Marceau, being the jerk that he is, he never felt any type of way to go against the grain, because that's his nature, to go against the grain. So the fact that he went against the grain when everybody else was, even her own ex-husband didn't give her any he didn't give her any remorse for how he treated her. To this day, it's like, because you're not a kind person, Mel, which I think she is, he felt like she deserved everything, every pain that he gave her. And the fact that he was trying to make it seem like she accepted the cheating and she was down for it, I don't think that was ever the cause. I think it was one of those situations where you're fighting for your marriage, you're trying to make sense of it, you're trying to keep these 4 kids under one household, and it's like, all I'm asking for you is just, all I'm asking is for a little respect when I come home. Hey baby, when I come home, just a little bit. I think that's all she wanted, was just a little respect when she come home after working all day, making the money, doing the hustles, doing the deal, brokering. You don't go buy the girl a matching BMW. Take the girl to the motel. Montel. I mean, what's his name? Martell. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that was part of the problem for her, and it wasn't like she was trying to do respectful cheating. She just wanted put some respect on her name as the wife, and you don't give her the same luxuries that I'm getting. Kind of like what Kelvin Hunter did to Wendy. Like, you're buying her a whole house, a whole car, having babies on me. Like, you're wilding right there. That's like so beyond disrespectful. And I'm not saying there's respectful cheating, because all cheating is disrespectful, but there is levels to this. To buy a girl my matching BMW like he did with Ariane, that's wrong. That's all she was trying to say. Don't go buying matching BMWs. You and Marceau. Shady self. He know what Mel went through, and he know what he putting Tisha through. And I'm sure she threatened him all the time. Don't make me be Mel. Don't make me Mel. So he gonna be his best behavior next season, or she gonna mail his behind. We'll see. Nail him to the cross. All right, let's move on. Karen, Miss Karen Huger. Oh, that's my girl. Sorry, girl. I'm sorry. You you played yourself, you know. Yeah. I'm sorry, girl. So, and then there's her Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into it. Karen Huger is in rehab. Seeing her like that was very sad, but it is real life. She's in a treatment for antidepressants, drinking, and I respect that she's taking care of herself head on. It was just quite a sad scene to see. First, with her in rehab, it was sad to see, and then see her in that light, like how she was dressed and how sad she was looking and depressed she was looking. I don't even know why production would have her on camera like that. I guess that's the best they can do to get her out of bed, out of that funk, because it was after the guilty verdict. So I imagine she was not feeling grand dame-ish right at that point. So, but they could have did a video or audio. I don't think anybody should be seen like that. Even the tapes that were released, I think that was just like shocking as a person who loves and respects Karen. And I still like her. I told y'all last week, if she is found guilty, I'm gonna be putting money on her books. She is the you Karen Huger. Nobody's perfect. Everybody made mistakes. And if you show me a perfect person, I'll show you a liar. So she sent in the video from the treatment center, it seems. She said she was on antidepressants and drinking. She did thank some of the women who touched her heart. And she said Giselle sent her a message that said one step at a time. So she was great for that. She thanked Kay. She thanked Candace. She thanked Andy. And I forgot somebody else. But she did not thank Wendy. And Wendy, you can tell she was visibly upset about it. And rightfully so, because Wendy took her to the White House and kind of did some good for her. And I don't know if they had like a competitive, like, love-hate relationship going on the whole time. But if I'm being honest, when Wendy first came on, you can kind of see that Karen wasn't her biggest fan. They just kind of grew to like each other as time went on. So something is definitely off to me personally. You can kind of see it with Wendy and Karen's friendship. It's been a solid friendship, but Karen didn't acknowledge her in her thank yous. Wendy's energy, saying, "That's not my friend. That's not my friend." And the funny thing is, I don't know if she meant like, "That's not my friend, girl." Or she meant, "That lady who on camera, I don't recognize her. And that's not the friend who has been a friend to me." I'm not sure which way she meant it, but either way, we know that's not her friend. Like how your mama say, "That ain't one of your little friends." I ain't one of your little friends. That ain't one of her little friends. So all in all, Karen unfortunately has been found guilty of 7 of the 8 charges of her March 2024 incident. My thing, this is my personal opinion, I feel like she has to take more responsibility. I think if she admitted to having an alcohol problem, and say that something was wrong with her in relation to alcohol and depressants, and say she actually did have alcoholism, she'd get more sympathy. But she isn't doing that, and because her pride won't let her show it, you know. She's sentenced at the end of February, so I believe it's February 28th. I think it's the last day of the month, something around there. So, but the thing that did stand out for me is when she said she's letting go of the grandma image, and she's just going to be Karen from this day forth, because Karen is enough. And I thought that was beautiful. I am so rooting for you, Miss Karen Huger. I think you've been a beautiful representation for the bougie girly girls for the last couple of years, and how to maintain their elegance, their essence. And it's really sad to see, you know, somebody who I personally look up to and had, you know, in a pretty high regard, you know, fall. But, you know, every grand dame has its day, and I'll see you on the other side, no matter what the outcome is. Wishing you all the best, Miss Huger. Next up, let's talk about the ladies. They all looked amazing. They really did. Also, Ashley and Wendy were twinning, which I thought was such a cute moment. But you can tell Wendy ain't like that either. Wendy's like, every episode she clocks somebody for clocking her style. But she got the style from the motherland. She got that good old Original. So we gonna copy just a little bit. So she got some good style though. Wendy always gives. She always serves. Like so, there's no surprise there that the girls are kind of clocking her tea a little bit, and that's how women are. Like you have your own swag, and they will catch up to you, honey. It don't matter how far ahead you are. Look at Beyonce. Them girls, they always end up catching up with her, or they try to catch up with Beyonce. But you know, same thing with Nicki. Look at how all the rap girlies essentially have her same style, same swag. So it's the nature of the beast. But that's just like a compliment. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Next up is we have Ashley came out with a picture of Karen. I thought that was really cute for a second. Like her, she's like, "This is my picture, of Karen." They said they need to get that chair, the first chair. So I thought that was bringing her. Karen was sprinkled all throughout the reunion, so you won't miss her. But I personally missed her. It's just I can't. Life is just life is crazy. You never know what people going through. You never know what Karen's going through. Ray and the infidelities, and you just never know what people are going through in their personal lives. Um, Wendy came to blows. She's pissed that Karen didn't thank her. Wendy has been a good friend, but like I said before, something's going on behind the scenes. She did say that when the reason she goes for bat for Karen is because when Wendy's mom had a rocky situation, Karen stood up for her. Y'all, all I can say is that something might be there with Wendy because Karen has never been wrong about somebody's character. She's very rarely wrong. She always calls a spade a spade. And I do personally think Wendy, she's all that. I've been a fan since day 3. I won't say day 1 because first day she came on, I don't know, she was kind of getting into it with the girls a little bit, and I just wasn't sure about her. But we have a lot in common with the philosophy thing, both studying philosophy, both being political scientists, essentially talking about politics. So me and Wendy have a lot in common. And then by day 3, episode 3 of her being on the show, I said, "Oh, these bitches." Oh, excuse me, I can't curse. I said, "Oh, these women are just hating on her." I just said they hating on her, and yeah, I liked her ever since. That's my personal opinion. She's one of the people you just look at, you're not sure, like, are we gonna be friends? And then you just start laughing, like, yeah, we gonna be friends. She's one of those girls. So I tend to lean more on the side of Wendy. Like, I don't think y'all can make me hate her at this point. It's been a few seasons since her coming on the show. Maybe the first, like I said, season it was kind of hot and cold with her, but she's warmed my heart. I love Wendy. And also after Mia in the drink in the Giselle with the colorism stint, she handled both of those situations so well, with such class, with such grace, and she just be beating to the her own drum, mostly minding her business and handling it too. Her, I like that. I wrote that. Y'all hear that? I said she handled that thing well, beating to her own drum, mostly minding her business and handling it too. Her, that's a nice little bar that I wrote for her. So, and also another thing, I'm saying this last thing about Wendy that makes her a little bit shady is when she talks about bring Eddie out. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that was kind of like karma came quick for Stacy because she kind of had thrown Karen under the bus when Karen told her a little bit about Wendy. She didn't believe her. And then also, so we have to find out if if Wendy is as shady as Karen says, because that was a little shady. Bring out Eddie. Bring out Eddie. That karma came real quick for Stacy because Karen tried to warn you. That's how I personally felt about that. And I just feel like that was perfect karma. If it's like the news that I think is gonna be with TJ saying something shady to Stacy and Wendy's the one reporting the news, we're gonna see. So also, Giselle dropped the bomb, and we'll end it here. That Stacy visited Happy Eddie and had enjoyed her time so much that she became Spacey Stacy, and she's gonna create her own version of the Happy Eddie brand. And I think Wendy did not like that. She was like, "Oh, again, clocking that they copying her. They copying me again." And so, we're gonna find out if Stacy is Spacey Stacy or Shady Stacy. Stay tuned. We're gonna find out. Next up is just a quick review of Love is Blind. Listen, Linda. I tried to get into Love is Blind and I tried to give it a chance this new season, but Love is bore. Britt, Dev, Virginia, aka Whitley. She just reminded me of Whitley from A Different World. We were just talking about Hillman talk last week, so she just reminds me of that same like thing. She's a hopeless romantic, but still, even with her and how beautiful her and Dev look as a couple, I think it's gonna crash and burn. Personally, sorry, sorry. We're giving love, but I don't think there'll be a love connection there in the end because he is a gym teacher and she looks like she needs somebody with the money. So I'm surprised she didn't focus on like a tech entrepreneur or a doctor, somebody with a little bit more green because she looks expensive. And I know she has her own money, but she has to kind of not just pick based on her heart chakra because clearly that hasn't worked for her. She has to also go for the bag. So we'll see how it works out, but I don't think they're gonna make it because I feel like he personally connects more with Brittany. I think that's her name. Even though Brittany gives very much like butch, like you know, LGBTQ, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she's batting for Dev's team, essentially. But I think they'll make good friends. And I think that friendship is going to make him fall in love with her because he's kind of like a basketball boy and she's a basketball girl. So it's like giving love in basketball. So I think their friendship might hinder the relationship with Virginia. But, these are just guests. But I still think it's boring. Y'all losing me. This season just is not hitting like the previous seasons. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the show has run its course? Or is it just a dry cast this time around? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions. Next up, my favorite segment. Joy comes in the morning. Troubles, they don't last always. Okay, so we're doing Joy Comes in the Morning. This week's segment of Joy Comes in the Morning is for none other than Mr. Irv Gotti. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. We respect you. We know that your family's going through it, and that's why I decided to use you as my Joy Comes in the Morning. I know it might seem like this is a sorrow time, but the way Irv looked at death and passing, I thought it was just a perfect way to end the show today with the Joy Comes in the Morning segment because he believed that in death there's still life, right? So this one for me hit hard personally. At 54 is wild that he was only 54 years old. That man gave us so much in hip hop. Brought my favorite rapper of all time, DMX, to Def Jam. That just shows you what kind of character in A&R he was to be able to pick up talent. Like my favorite artist, DMX. Like, yes, I love DMX. I don't look like it, but I used to be a little bit of a tomboy. And I was like really scared sometimes because like my brother was like off at school and I would be like home by myself with my mom. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different when you have an older brother and you have like little nightmares. Like, Frankie, that's my brother. I'm like, oh, I'm scared. And he'd be like, you all right? So he gave me his DMX CD to keep me company. So I would put my DMX on and I would listen to Dark Man X at night to kind of break me out of being scared of things, scared of the dark, for example, while he was away at boarding school. So I would listen to it, and this is like I don't know how old I was, but I had to be young. And I'm in there listening to Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, all might get down like what? Literally. Yes. So the fact that he brought DMX to Def Jam lets me know he shaped the sound of a whole era. It really feels like he died of a broken heart. Just realizing he wasn't going to be able to be there because of his health. So rest in peace to a legend. So in this week's Joy Comes in the Morning segment, we have none other than the man himself. Here are the final words.
And I'm going to start by saying something that I tell my kids all the time. I tell them, everyone is born, we all born, and we're all going to die. Nice. So in between, no, listen. So in between, we live.
Yes.
To the fullest.
Yes.
So That's what I think. So we live. I'm gonna expand on the love by saying I love everybody in this motherfucker.
We love you too,
We love
Irv.
you too.
We love.
I'm being honest. I love everybody in here.
We love you
So,
too.
you know, y'all know, Nene is special to me. And I know how I feel about Poppy. I know he's floating around in there.
Oh, he's here with us.
He's here with us, and he's staying. I know Mackie's floating around.
He's here with us.
You know what I'm saying?
That was one last final message from Mr. Irv Gotti. Before we close out, I want to leave y'all with something powerful. I just want you guys to remember that life is short and we got to give people their flowers while they are here, while they are still here. Irv wanted us to remember to live, live, live. And we love you, Irv Gotti. Message of today is simple. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. Yeah. That's it. That's all. Short and sweet. That's the message for today. Closing thoughts. So, thank you for coming today. That is a wrap on Tuesdays with Nico, episode 10. We 10 episodes deep. I love that we're 10 episodes deep and we got the flowers and we got the. I love that. I love that for us. So, we've covered a lot today. The Super Bowl, Creole history, reality TV drama, and some hard-hitting moments. Make sure you're subscribed to give this girl a mic so you don't miss next week's episode. And y'all already know, stay informed, stay engaged. Keep your morals, your values, and your principles on lock. And until next week, thank you to all my MVPs. I will see you then. This is a great show today. Round of applause. Round of applause for yourselves. I know that's right. Know that you are loved. Yeah. I wish I could play that without getting copyright, but I know I'm going to, so I'm just going to sing it for y'all. Know that you are loved.